Okay, we are in now review for keystones. So when you're in high school, you only take one keystone test for mathematics, and that is after Algebra 1. And when you take this, it is usually 18 multiple choice questions and then 2 open-ended questions. So we're going to follow that format and a review guide. This review guide is going to look just like your Unit 1 and 2 test. So while you don't have to hand this in, you need it for your test. Okay, and these are some of the concepts. These questions come from old questions on keystones. These questions come from textbooks, practice books, other school districts' websites, our district, some good review problems. Okay, so have a calculator ready and a writing utensil, and we're going to go over this to prepare you for your only math exam in high school that is required. Okay, so you can do one of two things. For this, you can literally type 12, and these calculators will be provided at your keystone. 3, the square root button's here. So second, square root, and then 16. But you want to get out of there. So we have to go back. I shouldn't have done that. Hit the delete button here. Get out of there. Then close your parenthesis. And that is raised to the negative second. And you press enter. Okay, I don't see any fractions anywhere, so I'm going to hit math, or decimals, I should say. We want it as a fraction, maybe. Oh, my answer is A. But if you didn't know how to do that at the calculator, let's try doing it by hand. Well, I know that the square root of 16 turns into a 4, so it's going to be times 4. Well, I know that 12 times 12 to the negative second is what this is going to turn into. This is a 12 to the first, and this is to the negative second. So this one stays in the numerator, and this one would go to the denominator. When you simplify it, it's 12 over 144. 12 goes into 144 12 times. So your answer is A. So you could either use a calculator, or you could do this by hand. Number 2, what is the solution set to the compound inequality? It's called compound because there's 2 sides to the inequality. We're going to remove this 3. We're trying to get y by itself, so we have to remove this 3 and remove this negative 4. 3 is the furthest away. The 3 is positive, so I'm going to subtract 3 from all sides of the inequality. You will be left with 12 is less than negative 4y is less than 24. I have to get y by itself, so I have to divide everything by a negative 4. I'm going to get negative 3. Oh, wait, we have to flip the sign. Is greater than y is now greater than negative 6. So let's look. I don't see any answers like this. So maybe there's an answer written like this, but in a different form. There's no positives. This says y is less than negative 3. Is y less than negative 3 here? Yes. Is y less than negative 3 here? No. Y is greater than negative 6. Is y greater than negative 6 here? Yes. Number 3, which of the following is true for all values of x? Well, it's hard. We're thinking of every x value possible, and if we substitute it in, which one will be true? So I like to try positive numbers, 0, and negative numbers. If I plug 0 into here, that's true. 0 is equal to 0. If I plug it into here, yeah, that'll work. It'll be the same. It's pretty much going to be the same. So let's try some positive or negative numbers. If I put negative numbers in, let's try a negative 3. If I put negative 3 in here, I'm going to get negative 27 is greater than or equal to 9. Is that true? No, that doesn't work. If I put a negative 3 in here, we want a number a little bit bigger than like 1 or 2. If I put negative 3 in here, I'm going to get negative 6 squared. We'll get 36. It's greater than or equal to 27. That's true. If I put it in here, negative 3, 9, it's going to be 27. If I put negative 3 in here, it's going to be negative 27, negative 54. That's true. If I put it in here, negative 3, that's going to give me negative 5. Negative 5 squared is 25, so I'm going to get 75. If I put a negative 3 in here, that's 9, 27. Yeah, that's true. Huh. Okay. So it all worked except for the 1. What about a positive number? Let's put in positive 4. So if I put a positive 4 in here, 4 times 2 is 8. 8 squared is 64. If I put a positive 4 in here, we get 16. 16 times 3 is 48. Well, that's true. If I put a 4 in here, I'm going to get 16 times 3, which is 48. Is that greater than or equal to 4 to the third times 2? No, that's not true. So that one doesn't work. If I put a positive number in here, like 4, 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. 12 is 12 greater than or equal to. If I put 4 in here, 4 squared is 16 times 3 minus 2. 46. That's not true. So here, when I put in 0, when I put in positive numbers, and when I put in negative numbers, it's true. That one's kind of intense.